Yes, so here we go. Tonight, I just want us to take a kind of, this is September, today is 15th. The first half of September is gone, we have another half. Thereafter, October comes and we are in the last quarter. And I remember telling people who have been listening to me that the last quarter of every year, actually, you make more money is available, more business is available than all the other 3 quarters put together. So I just feel that it is time we review our January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, and reposition ourselves in this month of September to go into the last quarter and see if we cannot make success of it. And I think we will make success out of it. And I'm saying that depending on your business, depending on the sector, irrespective of what you are doing, there are some key things that can affect you, affect your business, that can affect your career. There are key things that will prevent you from being what you have planned to be. Remember, at the beginning of the year, we all set up goals and we give ourselves a target, what we want to attain. So these are 4 different kind of things that can affect us, and it is even good now for you to look back at the last 8 months and do a review of yourself and say, how am I faring in this area? So I said, irrespective of where you are, whether you are trading, you are manufacturing, you are producing, you are in marketing, you are doing social media, whatever it is, these 4 things, or 4 key things, what I call them the 4 O's. The 4 O's are possibilities everywhere. Yeah, there may be little or no differentiation, or there may be little or no difference in what happens to you, irrespective of what you are doing. In other words, the chances are that these factors will affect you, whether you are a teacher, whether you are a marketer, whether you are in production, whether you are trading, whether you are a social media communicator, or any respective of your work. So I just think that it's good we review them. So I call them, I say the 4 O's of success, or the 4 O's of growth, or you can say the 4 O's of my 2024. In other words, your 2024 thus far, these O's, how have they affected you? Okay, somebody is coming in and going out. I can't help that, but I just think I should shoot. It's already 16 minutes past. So the 4 O's are: 1, obstacles; 2, opportunities; 3, one decision; and the 4th one is outcomes. I come again. The 4 O's that will always affect our business, affect our life, even as our marriages, family, children, irrespective of the area of your life you are facing challenges. These 4 O's are obstacles, opportunities, one decision, and outcomes. Okay, I will try as much as possible, because each of them is very detailed and may not be able to round it up today. Maybe next class we will continue from there and conclude. So I will take the first O. The first O stands for obstacle. The first O stands for obstacle. So if you look back at from January till August and now 15th of September, what are the obstacles that you have faced? What are the obstacles that has prevented you from, as it were, succeeding the way you would have wanted? What are the obstacles that obstructed you hitting your target? Because I asked each and every one of us to do a work plan for 2024. Look back now and begin to identify what were the obstacles that actually stopped you from attaining what you should have attained, or what you told yourself you were going to attain. So if we can do this, self-reinvention, self-review, will be a long way to maximizing the remaining quarter of the year. And I said that obstacles could come in 2 different ways. You have what we call internal obstacles and external obstacles. Internal obstacles and external obstacles. Obstacles generally are challenges and barriers that we face in life, that we face in business. especially in the process of growth and survival. In life, you want to survive, you want to grow, you want to progress. In business, you have challenges, there are barriers that are stopping you from growing, you have set up a goal or target and you want to. So obstacles are barriers that will challenge you. They put a block on your pathway, they put, just draw the line for you and say you cannot cross this line. Obstacles. I say it is crucial for you to identify, obstacles on your path, so that you can plan strategies to overcome them. In other words, if you cannot identify the obstacles, like from January, what are the obstacles that you have had? What are the obstacles that you have faced? If you cannot even identify them, it will be difficult for you to, as it were, evolve a strategy to overcome them. So we must take time to do some analysis and be able to find out what the obstacles are. So like I said, I'm going to do on obstacle. If I stop in obstacle today, but I think that it is a major one, because it's also very all-encompassing. And if we can get hold of it, we can get the meat of it, we will go far. And like I said, you have internal obstacles and you have external obstacles. What is internal obstacles? These are obstacles within us. And they are basically obstacles that come from our mindset. They are internal because it's within you. So the question will be, what is your mindset of growth? In other words, from January to August, yes, you had planned you were going to do this, but is it really a mindset of growth? Have you been operating from a point where you want to grow? Because we set up goals and we said this is how to guide them. We did a lot of foundational teaching on goals because we wanted to start on a very good note. So the question is your mindset, is your behavior, is your attitude actually that of growth or of limitation? Are you in yourself limiting yourself? Are you the one stopping yourself from growing? Probably you would have been better off by this month of September, but you are the self-hindrance. You are the one that is, as it were, pulling yourself back. All this you call, these are under what we call the internal obstacles. I say your opinion or attitude towards the business, your daily habits and inhibitions. You remember we talked about habits for those who started early with us, and I said that habit is like I said the French word for habit is actually dressing. So it's like your behavioral dressing. It is the uniform you put on that you identify with. So habits are things you do consistently and consciously. Habits. So what are your daily habits? Or what are your inhibitions? What are the ones that prevents you from doing what you are supposed to do? All these are what we call mindsets. So, and I ask a question, how can I overcome my mindset? In other words, assuming you have a problem of habit, you have a way of creating fear for yourself. You believe that you cannot grow, you cannot do well. So you are the ones, that is self-inhibition. How can you overcome it? So to overcome internal obstacle, which principally is about your mindset, is you overcome by self-evaluation and education. Self-evaluation, that is exactly what we are doing now. So the way to overcome problems of your mindset is to evaluate yourself. Sit down and ask yourself, how did I do this? Why didn't I do this? You evaluate yourself. It's like putting a mirror before you and looking the man you are seeing in the mirror, why are you like this? Why are you like this? As we go on, before we finish with all that, you can see the areas which you can actually use pinpoint to re-examine yourself. There are some things I have noted down here. So the first way to overcome internal obstacles is, number one, you do your self-evaluation, and number two, self-education. That is, you educate yourself. I always tell you people, you see, teacher teach me nonsense. What you don't know, you don't know. What you don't know, you don't know. So you probably are not doing well because you don't know enough of that business. You don't know enough of what challenges that you are facing you. But if you have the answers by knowing more about it, you can always overcome. So Now, like I've said, you have obstacle as our number one, and we have internal and external obstacle. We said internal obstacles are issues of mindset. We could be the one that, we might have a mindset of growth or mindset of limitation or inhibition. So whichever way it is, we say it affects us, and it talks about our daily habits, what we do on a daily basis, because your business is a function of what you do very early. I give you an example. You are opening a store, you are selling maybe provision and all those ones, and you don't get to your store before 9 a.m. Whereas this store, your provision, your milk, your sugar, your bread, or whatever you are selling, or biscuit, this is for children who are going to school, and children go to school between the hours of 7 to 8. So in other words, people who would have participated in buying from you would have bought elsewhere before you now come and open your shop. But you think it is not important. That little habit of not always opening early will make you lose your market. So when you do a self-evaluation, you can find out what are you doing right and what you are doing wrong. So that is about internal obstacles. The second one I want to talk about is the external obstacles. What are these external obstacles? External obstacles are pressures from the outside. Competition, inflation, market saturation, resource constraint, and maybe regulatory issues. I come over them again. When you talk of external obstacles, these are things that are pressure, they pile up pressure from the outside to you. And it could be your competition. Maybe where you are, there are 3-4 different shops there selling the same thing that you are doing. That is an obstacle of competition. Or there is a market is inflationary. Our lady is not here now, and I think she should be here because she's crying during the week. She cried to me. She doesn't know what to do. For those of us who are regulars, you know who I'm talking about. Our production lady in Port Harcourt. Prices are going up every blessed day. So she's facing a problem of inflation. So that is like in her own case. So inflation is an external problem. Market saturation is an external obstacle. Resource constraint, in other words, you don't have all the resources, all the things you need to function well. That is an external one. Or even regulatory agencies, maybe like in the small market now where you are selling that table, the Ogborus, the local government, they want permit, they want this. Or you are into manufacturing, now you have to do NAFDAC, you have to follow